around the point for the business development on the stage. And now I would like to invite Mr. Vuksan Rajkovic from Domain Me to get here on the stage. Vuksan, I've been looking for you. Good to have you here. Good to have you on the panel. And I want to talk. I want to hear from you about the .me generation. Here you are.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for being here. Whoops, let me just move a bit. So my name is Vuksan, as Plamen said. What we do, actually I work for the company that runs a .me domain name. Has anybody here heard about .me? Okay. Oh, wow, that's a lot. Does anybody own .me? Couple of them, okay. So basically we got our domain name in 2008. We launched it and the adoption rate was great because obviously the domain name carries meaning in English and you can coin terms like join me, find me, try me, help me, around me, so on. We are the registry. That's the official term in domain industry terminology, which means that we do not sell directly to the end customer, but rather have a reseller chain. And we have around 170 companies around the world we sell the domain name through. And we do have we do have customers from 200 countries. But I'm here today not to talk about .me domain name, but about something else. And that else is how to target millennials. Does anybody know what the term millennials may refer to? Can anybody guess, maybe? Millennials. Yeah, exactly. So it's basically millennials is the term that refers to the generation born between early 1980s and 2000s. And like the textbook definition of the term generation is birth group, particular birth group born in certain historical and cultural circumstances. So these birth groups are often referred by funny names. For instance, millennials are referred by me, or Y generation, and then you have, I don't know, GI generation born between World War I, baby boomers born after World War II, X generation born before millennials, and so on. But what's important is that all these groups have different ways of perceiving the world around them and perceiving themselves in that world. Different ways of reacting to products and services, and ultimately different ways of responding to advertising. So before I move further, how many millennials do we have here? Is there? Okay. Oh, not a lot. I actually expected a lot more. And it seems that we, as the millennials, are pretty important for Time magazine because we made the cover in May 2013. And this is what Time thinks of us. We're lazy, self-entitled narcissists who still live with our parents. So Time thinks we're basically lazy persons who don't want to do anything. More importantly, we're also tech superior, which means that we cannot live or breathe with our cell phones, notes, iPads. We have short attention span and want instant gratification, which basically means enough with pointless ads, give me your product at the lowest price possible. And we're more likely to follow a brand over a family member. Actually, I think the correct information would be 3 times more likely to follow a brand over a family member, which basically means that we are completely consumed by the social media age we live in today. And now the question that comes to mind is what to do, how to target these people, how to target these lazy, narcissistic people who still live with their parents. Well, the answer is not really that difficult. It's basically give them what they want, but the implementation would be rather difficult. And here I have just a couple of successful examples that might inspire you when it comes to advertising or when it comes to promoting your brand in general. So basically this one is easy. If they're tech savvy, then start buying mobile advertising. We all know that mobile advertising industry is growing at a really fast rate. I think it's 6% per year or something. So, I mean, the sooner you do this, the sooner it would pay off. So since this one is really a no-brainer, I'll just go to the next slide, which is a bit more interesting. If they're narcissistic, then we should play with their vanity. And what I have here is a slide from a campaign made by the brand called About.me. So what these guys do is basically they have a splash page. It's a one-page website where you can put your picture, put your biography, and then aggregate all the social media accounts you have: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, RSS feed, virtually everything. You also get your email, and you can track statistics in the back, so you can see who is coming to your website, who is stalking you, and so on. Now, what these guys did was to launch a campaign where they said, whoever gets the most votes on their About Me profile, we will put their face on a billboard at the Times Square in New York City. And we will give them a trip to New York City to check out this prize. And this is virtually a paradigm of the story of Narcissus. And what ensued was virtually social media craze, where people started tweeting about their profiles, posting photos on Facebook, asking other people to vote for them. But more importantly, a lot of people were asking, what is About Me? So it wasn't a question about individual profiles. People started checking out the service, and the service itself received 6 or 7 times more traffic than with all advertising they did before. So this was pretty much mission accomplished for them. Moving to the next slide. If millennials are impatient, then try to target them at the right time and possibly at their happiest. And this is another service, also on .me domain name. It's called KeepMe, K-I-I-P.me. What these guys do is basically to connect brands and consumers via awards and discounts. And like, basically what they do is, if I, for instance, have a running app or a fitness app, and I run and complete a task, the message will pop up which would say, oh, congratulations, you're a great runner. Go and get a bottle of Evian water in the next store for 50% discount. Or if I play a game and I complete the level, another message will pop up which would say, that's great, you have $2 off on your next Best Buy purchase. And the thing is here, it's not really innovative in the sense that they put some kind of ad in the application or in the game, but it's innovative in the sense that it offers you an ad at the moment when you're happy. So that's kind of things that we need to think about right now. Finally, if they are more likely to follow a brand than a family member, then you should make your brand relatable. They should feel your brand. And it's not really that difficult to do it nowadays. It just requires a lot of time, but it's not that difficult. And you do it on social networks. And you do it there because that's where engagement happens. It doesn't happen in the website URL anymore. It happens on the community page URL. So if you can make sure that you put the person up front, that you make sure that people who come to your page believe that there is a person behind it, not some machine, that you put a history of your brand, many different ways of product usage, many interesting stories about the brand, and finally a loyalty program, then you could be successful. And when they do come to your brand URL, then make sure that they see your strengths, something unique. Make sure that you let them know that you value the team effort, like DreamHost, which is a hosting company that is completely owned by its employees and doesn't want to go and sell out. Or like Zappos, which is, I think you all know about Zappos probably, which is a company which puts emphasis on their customer service and which has been, in their own words, delivering happiness since 1999. And lastly, this is the purchasing power of millennials. And it's a lot, $117 billion per year. So whoever taps into this market first would probably get rich and would probably get their brand recognized. And after all, millennials just may be the generation that could save our economy. And that's basically all.